Hey everyone, today I want to talk to you about how you can turn your mess ups, your mess, into a message. My name is 𝗬𝘂𝗂𝗀 and I help women turn their expertise into a profitable business. So let's talk about turning our mess into a message and how you can do that. So being a human absolutely guarantees us that we're going to make mistakes, right? Because every single person does. We all have mess ups or things that are painful to revisit. Everyone's got something. Everybody has something in a skeleton in their closet. It's just a fact of life. Personally, I had something for years that shamed me, that I was embarrassed about, that I didn't talk about, that actually stole many years from my life. And what it was an eating disorder. For many years, I suffered from that, and it absolutely, like I just said, stole years from me. And I am adamant, I am so passionate about helping people take their mess and turn it into a message so that they don't lose any years. And that's why I'm passionate about helping women find their expertise and turn it into a profitable business, because so many times we lose confidence within our mess or our mess ups, and we don't go on to do some really fabulous things. So this idea of turning your mess into a message is so powerful. So what we do with our mess really, really matters. It really does. Why should we be the only ones to learn from our mess? So what does it mean? I think this is important. What does it mean to turn your mess into a message? Well, simply, it means to making your difficult situations, your difficult experiences, into a productive and helpful message to benefit others. That's what it means. It means you're taking those experiences, and instead of keeping them messy, you're turning them into a benefit or something productive. We really have a choice. We have a choice. We can make our mess messier by experiencing guilt, shame, embarrassment, condemnation, and those things can disable us. And again, keep us from living that fulfilled life that we're supposed to. Or that other thing, we can keep our mess messier. We can make it messier, or we can make our mess helpful, beneficial, and productive. So I'm going to name some things, some trials, some tribulations, some setbacks, some missteps, some detours, some horrible situations, and I'm sure that there are hundreds and hundreds of more examples. But as I mention them, ask yourself, have I experienced that? And have I been very quiet about it? So maybe it's that you were abandoned, either as a child or as an adult. Somebody walked out on you. Maybe you suffered a miscarriage, or you have had cancer, or you have an addiction or had an addiction. Maybe you've gotten fired. Maybe you have gotten divorced. Maybe you've remained single, a single mom. Maybe you've had an abortion. Maybe you have experienced a death of somebody very close to you. And your mess, and I never want to lessen that at all. I'm sure it is something very magnified within you, and rightly so. But your mess can remain messy by embarrassment, guilt, shame, condemnation, or it can be helpful, productive, and beneficial. So what do we do with that then? So recently I did a blog. In fact, I think it was my last blog, I said, check your luggage at the door. Let your past be your past, which is true. Let go of your past, but don't run from it. Don't run from it. So here are 4 steps, 4 ways that you can turn your mess into a message. Number 1 is to take a trip back in time. Take a trip back in time. Again, let go of your past, but don't run from it. Take a trip back in time and create a list of those defining moments that could be messy if you had guilt, shame, condemnation, embarrassment. What are those defining moments in your life? Make a timeline, my birth and my present right now, and all the things that have happened. And as you're doing that, ask yourself things like this, or put things like this in your brain. I would never, ever want anyone to go through blank like I did. Here's another one. It took me years. It took me a long time to get over blank. And that's what happened to me. For years, I couldn't even speak the word. It made me sick to my stomach. I had an eating disorder. It was embarrassing. It was, ugh. So as you take a trip back in time, create a list of defining moments and those things where you're like, I don't ever want anybody to go through that. Number 2, embrace your ugly. Embrace your ugly. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. Let go of the condemnation. Let go of the embarrassment. Someone out there has done exactly what you have done. So take back the power that thing, that mess has over you, and embrace your ugly. Number 3 is to share it. Speak it out loud. Get vulnerable. Talk about it. Bring it to the light. You know that things that make us shameful or embarrassed lose their power when they're brought to the light. So share it and speak it. And number 4, the last one, is to flip your failures into benefits. Think about the teachable moments. Who can you reach out to and be in their corner because if they've experienced the same thing? Who can you walk through the steps of grief or whatever with because they're experiencing that? You know, shame cannot survive when we show empathy. And you and your mess, you're not sympathizing and feeling sorry. You're empathizing. You've been there, done that. So what's that saying? Before you judge a man, walk a mile in their shoes. Well, you've walked a mile in their shoes. So flip your failures into benefits. So I've got a little homework for you. Take a trip back in time and list out those defining moments in your life where you can use them to teach other people. I think now more than ever, it's important that we begin to show that. And that's something that we should be showing, empathizing with people because we've been there, done that. Thank you very much for watching the video. I've got an invitation. I have got a group I'd love to invite you to, and it's called the Confident Woman Club. It's a group on Facebook. It is just a group of women, a community of women that come together because we are either seeking to be confident, we have learned to be confident, or we are on the way to more confidence. And that means confidence in life, in relationships, and in our businesses. So I invite you to that. I'm going to drop the link below, and you are welcome to join that. Thank you so much for watching.